My name is Muhammad Ashik, and today we're actually going to start talking about nested conditionals, and then we're going to go into what I like to think of as the bread and butter of Python, besides objects and classes, which you will learn later, functions. And functions are extremely important to understanding Python, so please listen carefully. But first we're going to talk about nested conditionals to build off our last video, which talked about conditionals, and the resulting decision tree that comes from nested conditionals. So we've already talked about conditionals. Let's just say x is equal to 5, y is equal to 6, z is equal to 10, sorry. We can say if x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6, then if z is equal to 9, print x, y, and z, else print x and y, right? And what do you think the result of this nested conditional is going to print out into the console? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Alright, it's going to actually print out the else category of this nested conditional because, as you can see in this decision tree, x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6, so this is true. Then it'll take us to this section of this if else statement, right? And then z is equal to 9, it's not equal to 9, right? So it'll take us to this else section of this conditional right here, and then it'll print out this. And that's how this decision tree I was talking about works, right? And decision trees are important structures to understand in Python, and nested conditionals are also very important. They're a very important structure that we need to understand in Python to really effectively program, right? And now I'm going to talk about one of the most important things in Python programming, functions. Let me delete this first line, and let's just start talking about functions. So the structure of a function works like this. We have the keyword define, the function name here, function arguments here. You can say function arg1, function arg2, as many arguments as you want. These will be the inputs for a function, right? And then we have return, and whatever we return, the function will pass back to the Python program. So we can just say return function arg1 plus function arg2, right? This will be an adding program, and if I wanted to like make an add program, sorry, an add function, I could just go define add x, y, return x plus y, and what this function will do, it'll just add x and y, right? And if we print, and we call functions using this add, and then we enter the arguments here, so we can add 1 and 2, and what you'll see is, so it'll actually add 1 and 2, but you won't be able to see in the console because you have to print things to the console to see things in the console, right? So we can go print add 1 and 2, and now it will print out 3, right? And this is the basic structure of our functions. Now you might be wondering, oh, why don't we just put a print statement here instead of a return statement? Well, in terms of functions, we actually don't want to do that because we want our functions to pass something back to other parts of our program, right? And putting a print statement here, we're simply just print it out here in the console when we don't necessarily need to be printing things in the console as much as passing things back to other parts of other files, other parts of our program, so on and so forth. So we want a return statement here. And although it is similar to a print statement, it's not quite a print statement. So be sure to use this keyword return in your functions, right? And that is a key point. And also another key point is we put a colon here, and as you can see, we need an indent for anything underneath our function, right? And that is all for our basic functions in Python. We will be using plenty of functions in the coming lessons, and I hope you guys enjoyed learning about functions in Python, and have a great day.